Good afternoon, a solo trip to the property. Just me and my buddy Dugan back here, laying down. One small bit of crisis that we had going on. You can see that the window is spider webbed up. As I was going along one of our trucking companies up north, a rock rolled off his dual and smashed into it. And the only reason the window is still there is because the windows on the front seat of this pickup are tinted. So I guess if there is a good argument for tinting, I guess that's it. When you smash your side window with tempered glass, it keeps it all intact. So that's pretty great. We are hauling, pretty tough to see in the back, hauling a lot of plywood. And in the boat, excuse me, a little sniffly nose, in the boat is the remaining pieces I need for the roof. And so I have all the plywood I'm going to need for that. I got a plan of simply putting some gussets up, and the rest of the rafters or trusses, I haven't figured out quite exactly the difference, but the roof portions. And then I'm going to start laying the sheeting up there. But of course, I'm going to take a couple minutes to be able to swing up to the neighbors. Neighbor has a bad back, so I'm going to go up and see if there's anything I can help him out with. And then get back Monday to get back to work Tuesday. The weather is absolutely breathtaking. I'm looking right now. I can see Mount McKinley across the way. Is fantastic. Donovan Valley, holy Toledo, is just absolutely beautiful. This is the Alaskan version of the Shenandoah Valley. If you ever have gone through there in fall time, I'm not sure which one I like better. Well, yeah, I am. I like this better. The winds are non-existent, and all in all, God damn it, it's beautiful out here. So, unfortunately, I'm doing a solo trip, as I mentioned before, and super unfortunate that I can't share this with my family, but really look forward to having this ready so we can have some visitors. Maybe someday in the future, other people watching this could share this with me. Seen quite a few moose racks coming out, so that's nice. Got some successful hunters harvesting the resource. Absolutely beautiful racks, so I'm sure they're going to enjoy the fruits of their labor all winter long. I would say to anyone who has harvested, please share it with those not lucky enough to harvest themselves. Take care of the elders in your neighborhood. Take care of the old people that can't get out anymore. That kind of stuff goes a long way in keeping the Alaskan spirit alive. Teach your kids about the resource. Have so much fun, it's disgusting. Make memories. And as usual, guys, we'll see you on the river. Thanks for watching. A whole load of logs. Well, dimensional lumber brought to you by our friends at the Lumber Number, Northland Wood. Try and buy my materials local. Just something that I try and do. No big deal. Sometimes it's a little cheaper, sometimes a little more expensive. I think it's overall cheaper in the end. But beautiful day here on the Tanana. Heading up, should be there in we're doing about 16 miles an hour. So should be there in about, almost 2 hours, a little under 2 hours. River is about 3.5 feet lower than what it was when I was here last time. So hopefully I can get in. Not sure. I'll tell you, if I can't get in, I'm goddamn sure stacking everything on the edge. So I got a gun with me. Maybe we'll be able to harvest the resource. Sure would be nice if we could fill a tag, but it's not a deal breaker. Just super thankful to be out. Super thankful that the river's calm. And all in all, as usual, wish everybody was here. property. We stopped with the neighbors for just a minute. But behind me is an island that I can usually go straight across on, but there's no water. The river is very low, so hopefully we can get into the property. We'll see. Hey, we're at the property. Just thought I'd let you see. That's why I have to walk. There's just no water where I'm trying to get to. So, in the future plans, ATV. So, I feel kind of like a hobo. Can't do all this at once. Can't film and do this. So, got guns, water, groceries for the night. Everything's good. I don't know, probably closer to 6 o'clock at night. No wildlife out, a few ducks, but that's about it. But again, this is what we normally go up, and there's no water there. So it should be about a mile and a quarter hike to the cabin. That's all right. What the hell? What do you do? Hope to see you on the river someday. See ya. This is my friend Yark. He came to Alaska to spend a summer out in the bush, hoping he could be more self-sufficient, learn the way things are done, and mostly just kind of enjoy a little bit. He came to us from Poland. It sure was nice having him around. I enjoyed him, and he's a good friend. On these solo trips, I like to end the day something simple. Maybe a nice cold beer, some bread, and some cheese. The next day I went to putting gussets up. I cut them out of some scrap plywood, put them up near the top above the ridge pole, hopefully with the idea of tying everything together. I was working by myself, but things went pretty slow. But they were safe, and I got it done. After the gussets went up, I started putting plywood up. Tried to remember to stagger the joints, which worked out pretty good, but it was a little steeper than I thought. I think next time we'll pre-rig some ladders and make sure we can work from all angles of the roof. It's the 17th of September. I'm going home. It is absolutely fantastic out. I got what I could get done. Pretty fantastic field here. A lot of good snow machining going to happen here this winter. Yesterday was a full day of work. A lot of effort by everybody. Super rainy, and then trying to get materials in. This is as far as I could get them, and I had 16 sheets of plywood and some house logs, and we'll see if we can. So that's about 2 inches deep. What we ended up doing is getting a neighbor's canoe, and we unloaded everything out of the boat, and then put 6 or 8 sheets in the canoe, and then we pulled it up that little area by hand. And then when the canoe got deep enough, you could paddle it. And so we ended up putting a guy at the other end to unload, and I was here and loaded. And then our neighbor, who isn't really supposed to be doing any work at all because he has a bad back, and so we're trying to facilitate that healing. He drove the boat, but he probably worked himself a little harder than he should have. So it took us about 6 hours to get everything in, and then I was done and spent. So a movie and some dinner last night in the tent, which was glorious. And now I'm going home. These solo trips suck, but all are welcome. And as usual, we'll see you on the river. Well, Yark's time on the river was done. He had to go back to Poland. It was a great summer for him, but before he went home, I took the time and showed him around my town, took him out to dinner, and really, really enjoyed his company. I was lucky enough to have Donovan be able to take some time off and come back with me. We work good together. I mean really good together. He knows what we need to get done, and I don't have to tell him, and I don't have to stand over his shoulder and watch him. And there's always time for a cocktail when we're done, be it water or soda. The evenings are filled with lies and laughs. On occasion, we even get a little chance to get the wood stove going in there. Someday, maybe, I'll get Donovan to not get it 100 degrees in.
Gonna need some petrol.
Okay, Joe.
Donovan went to work trimming up the outside of the cabin so we could set that last log up there. Didn't have to watch anybody do it, and then we both got distracted by the dog barking. He was chasing after a marten in the trees.
Hey, he's got a marten up there.
With lots of ambition, we started sheeting the other side of the roof together. If I remember correctly, I think the wind started kicking up, so we couldn't lay any tar paper down. But we got the rest of the plywood up, and that's all we really need to do this trip. Now, neither one of us are carpenters. We're both firemen. So to say that there isn't a square portion of this whole cabin is an understatement. But we got everything together, and we covered it with a lot of ice and water shield in the end. If that thing leaks, it won't be our fault. That time of year, the weather can be a crapshoot, and we woke up to ice on the river the next day. We're gonna go run some fuel over to Jennifer and Andrew, and you can see, but we're froze in everywhere, so should be pretty cool.
What say you, Kevin Harvey?
Say this is as far as we should go. It's awesome.
I always try and feed everybody that comes up to help me pretty well. We threw a couple nice, big, fat, juicy ribeyes over the fire. Man, that was amazing. Into the tent for that evening, shut her down. Next morning we got up, finished the roof, sat back and reveled in all our amazing work that we did. Cabin was officially dried in. The next step was to take some really good measurements of those triangle openings up top so we can get some custom windows ordered. And then in the very, very end, the obligatory family photo. Donovan, Dugan, and me. Hell of a good time.